trying to make his dad look real good right now.
That's it. No, it's the truth.
Well, fuck yeah, man. He didn't try to kill him.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the bar.
Are there any marches going on? Ooh, I'm so mad.
What are we looking for here? Like,
What's a big scar that you have, you think?
They thought it was pregnant. It's a C-section scar. They're like, oh, shit, we fucked up.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave, where we join Walt calling people sheep, if you like Apple products, as he looks at the free iPad that Rich sent him.
No, I said that.
Hold on, my iPhone's ringing.
is it yours or mine?
I was in the mall and I was waiting for my kid to come out of the store, and I happened to be sitting at one of the...
Don't tune out, please. Q is here, too. Q, please say hello. I don't want him to think it's just another fucking Get 'em episode.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And I have to be across from the Apple store, and I just marveled at, like, how busy they are, like, for almost an hour straight. It was just a continuous flow of people in and out of there. And I mean, it's got to be the most successful store in the entire mall at this point, right? By far, as far as traffic.
That mall, yeah, I would think so.
And a lot of people are just. I watched for a long time. I watched just to see, like, to try to maybe take some of the things that they're doing in there and bring them into the stash.
Mm-hmm. You need to sell Apple products, not comics.
Old back issues of Spider-Man just aren't the same. Have the same cachet as a new iPhone, but a lot of people are just going in and just touching the products. Mm-hmm. That are on the that are out there for you to like look at.
They just want to mess around with it.
Yeah, but that would drive me crazy if I worked at the Apple store, though. As everybody comes in and just touches it, and they're really not buying anything.
Yeah.
To me,
they'll buy.
I ran into that problem.
They'll eventually buy. They all buy, Walter.
I ran into that same problem when I was a prostitute for a little while. Everybody wanted to touch, nobody wanted to pay. Yeah, I lost. Hey, man, if you work at United and you have any ins,
you should be able. Have you called?
Yeah,
no,
and they're like, yeah, like maybe what was it, 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, something like that, to let you know. But yeah, I left my iPad on the in the seat back pocket on the way to Lexington this weekend, where we did the Comic-Con.
Thus wiping out your profit for the weekend.
Exactly. Yeah. Now I'm like wrestling between like, do I buy an iPad Pro or just the iPad Air? I'm like, it's only $100 more. Do I need an iPad Pro?
I have a Pro.
Yeah. How do you like it?
I love it. Well,
did you see Q there? The sky's the limit.
Where's my genius? Well, it's just that's just what they're calling them, right? The bigger ones are all iPad Pros now.
Well, no, then you have the iPad Air, which is the thinner one. The iPad Pro, I think it has like a faster processor, and you can...
I don't need thinner.
More speakers.
I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I love it.
Did you get the real big one or like the...
No, not the real big one. I don't need that.
That's too big, right?
I just use it... Really, all I do on it is like just read.
Yeah.
So...
Why don't you just get a Kindle?
Because the Kindle doesn't get everything that you need. Like if I want to download a comic, I can do it on there. If I want to watch a movie, I can do it on there. If I want to... All this stuff... Plus,
they make Kindles?
Baby.
You just want to be judged by you.
Kindle is kind of synonymous now with like grandmas, right?
No, I think you can still rock a Kindle. Right?
Can you still rock it? If you're trendy, you can rock a Kindle.
Well, it's easier on the eyes.
If you read outdoors, you can read the Kindle. The iPad's hard because it's so shiny. The Kindle.
It's still a horrible name, though, isn't it? Kindle.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It just sounds like, like...
Doesn't have anything to do with books, besides burning them.
Yeah, it is a weird name.
Yeah.
And you have to give props to Amazon, though. I was watching Sneaky Pete on Amazon the other day. You know how they always have the Amazon video sort of icon logo come up. They are not shying away from a logo that looks exactly like a cock. They're like, fuck it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How so? Amazon shows up at my house basically every other day.
Right.
Is it Kindle, not Apple?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's why it's not trendy.
Kindle
then.
is Amazon's.
If Apple made that,
Yeah.
it would be a lot more trendier.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, they did. They called the iPad. You think that looks like a penis?
It absolutely looks like a dick. I mean, come on.
Like,
I
the
never saw
smile?
it before. It looks like
That's
a
not
smile.
a smile.
That's a smile.
Where's the other?
Yeah, it's kind of
What's
like
it
a
called?
Harrison
like this.
Ford
It's kinda
side
like-
smile. Like,
Yeah,
No.
a knowing. It's a
Yeah, let me
knowing
see.
smile.
And especially look against the black background.
it's just everything to you is cocks.
Yeah, that says a lot, man.
Yeah.
Your
Move
Rorschach
closer to the
test?
cocks we're talking into. I can't hear you.
Did you ever do the Rorschach test?
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
got
bet
100.
I-
Everything was a cock. Yeah.
I don't
Up at where I was supposed to write my name, I just wrote cock.
I don't doubt it. Everything to you has to do with a boner.
Yeah, well, not everything. That's the irony. The actual boner has nothing to do with the boner, but everything else. Maybe that's a wishful thinking. Just want a boner so bad.
Just one boner.
Just one boner. Just go one boner. I'm so happy.
Last week I used the phrase "I'm going to take a blow,"
Yeah.
and they
Right.
immediately, both of these two were
Immediately get
were
him dropped to his knees.
Really?
We're giggling like two 12-year-olds.
I guess
like,
they never heard it before.
they never heard the phrase of like
Really?
like
You
they
never
need a
heard
rest.
take a blow?
You're saying you have?
The fire
I'm gonna
department
take a
would be
blow?
all the time. It'd be like if you're in the building and you're like running out of steam, they'd be like, take a blow. We're gonna get someone else in here.
Wow, so you're using then manly man vernacular.
Wow, yeah.
That's when if I haven't. When
This is Walt Flanagan, motherfuckers.
my vernacular.
Yeah, close enough. I thought you were just being fancy.
I like the way it becomes
only
a question.
Only
My
a prissy man would
vernacular?
pronounce it right.
Right. I'm like, oh, hello, boys. How do you like my vernacular? I was like, did he just say vernacular? Oh, kill him.
Shit.
So, yeah, I think
you know
that's
what
why I
this-
missed last week.
What? Correcting and trying to one up each other in the smart department.
I'm sorry I missed it.
But isn't there something like a lost and found for the airplanes and all the airport?
There is, but I mean, then you have to say, okay, the person who came through and cleaned it out, did they put it to the side? What did they do with it? Like, you know.
Yeah, but they gotta know that everybody's bricking those things. Like, does anybody think they're going to take it and use it in this day and age?
Didn't you? How many,
Yeah, I have
how
an
many
iPhone.
phones have you found that you're using at this point?
right now, too.
Were they unlocked when you found them?
Yep.
Well, there you go.
So you're using someone
His is
else's
locked.
phone on a, like, they're paying your bill?
No. I just use it as a Wi-Fi only
Well, why don't you return it? Or
because it was left and lost and found for 6
Yeah,
months.
he was
Okay.
able to
Yeah.
by law or by
Right.
track law.
he's got a fucking stopwatch, just like waiting.
Who has a phone and doesn't have it locked in this day and age?
The
I
guy
don't-
was
I don't lock my phone.
he worked for
You
an
don't like
airline.
your phone? You're a fucking celebrity, bro. You can't be walking around with an unlocked phone.
People are going to see all those wild
Wait, you don't have a
texts.
passcode? You don't have a passcode on your phone?
Oh, okay. Is that considered
Yeah.
a lock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want
But-
people getting at your Kolchak texts?
Yeah, I was going to say
Friends with Get 'em?
I don't have anything that
No, it's
anybody
not a
cares
matter.
about.
You have personal information on there. You have family photos on there. You have your address on
Yeah,
there.
the guy who had the phone
that's
before
true.
me worked for an airline in Chicago. Had a nice apartment there, beautiful grill outside.
Oh, you looked at some photos?
Yeah. And the
Yeah, you don't
messages
sound
and
like too
everything.
much of a scumbag right now.
So could you have located them?
No, it wasn't like a
You're
name or
a
anything.
lying piece of shit.
Yeah.
Tell me you know the guy's throwing a barbecue. You can't find the guy?
It just said Chicago. It just had pictures like
You couldn't
Chicago
call
skyline.
one number and been like, hey, I found this person's phone. It appears he's a pilot.
No, he worked for
Oh,
the
you
airline.
mean my airline friend? Yeah. I know that guy.
Yeah, you could have easily found out who it was. You could just
You still could.
you can admit that you just wanted the phone. There's nothing. I mean, you were. It was at a point in your life when it was important to you.
I didn't find
The
the phone.
lowest of low ebbs.
I didn't find the phone at that
I
point.
just want to be like everyone else. It was the proudest,
History of low ebbs. It's the lowest.
the proudest day of his life was the day that he took someone else's phone and passed it off as his own.
We've had phones turned in. We
He's
haven't.
just trying to talk through it.
We have a dedicated lost and found person. and they're supposed to attempt.
Who's
to,
we?
The track did. Sorry.
Still speaking as if you worked there.
No, where does his heart lie?
Yeah, I wonder where the allegiance. Oh, well, I mean, I really don't even have to.
You don't wonder?
I don't even wonder. Yeah. He goes back there on his day off to try to work for free and shit.
He's just shoveling shit. Like, what are you doing here?
You never made me turn in the uniform.
Now, what was the rules there? Like, whoever turned it in had first dibs on it if no one claimed it?
Yes.
Then who was the second person? If the person who turned it in didn't want it, who had the dibs then? The owner of the track?
Well, we
He's like, any free phones turned up in the last 6 months?
was the person who turned it in, and then my boss would turn it into one of those companies that donates them to the troops. Like they.
Oh, so you took
it from a troop?
A trooper?
So where there's a guy that's like, he just got fucking, he's under mortar fire. He's like, I just want to talk to my kid one last time. And I was like, look at this asshole who lost his phone.
Yeah.
Get
But no, I had lost my iPod Touch, so my boss wanted to, give me something to replace it. So,
all right. So the rule isn't the person who turned it in gets first.
It was the first, but the person who turned it in had gotten fired or something.
You got to give him props though for at least turning it in. Though I
didn't turn. No, I didn't turn it in.
Oh, you didn't.
But
You just shut up and taking the props.
I will say, in my time there, within a 1 month span, I had found $900 in cash and turned it all in.
Whoa, that's fucking. I wouldn't have done that.
No, I just
Was it chips or money?
It was actual. First time it was $100 bills, and the second time it was $100
chips.
bills as well.
Did you get that money back, or someone? Claimed
I
it?
got to keep the first 400 I found. The second 500 got claimed.
Wow, that's good. I never would have handed that money in. I gotta say.
I would be terrified to not hand it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd be like, they're watching me.
That's exactly
Yeah.
Even one of the teachers in one of our classes, he goes, the worst day was when I found $5,000 in cash working at the airport.
You had a teacher to teach you how to fucking work at the track?
No, for our security license.
Don't use your hands when you shovel this shit. That's what the shovel's for. It was a 6-week course.
He was our SOAR instructor in New Jersey. You need a license.
All right, so you see a pile of horse shit. What do you do?
Left hand or right hand?
I pick it up. No.
No, you do not dive in head first.
Somebody else other than get him, please answer.
Ooh, teach.
They're calling him get him there for some reason.
Gadget, right? That's what they call you?
Gadget. Wow.
Yeah, so so if you work for United and you have any connections, tell them stevedave37@gmail.com. Maybe you can expedite this.
What I've always
process.
wanted to do.
If you have his iPad, you can read that message.
I don't know if you guys have had this desire or I don't know if it's on your bucket list. I would definitely call it on my bucket list. I don't even know if it still exists, but I was told that there's a store that
does.
all lost stuff from airlines it goes to, and
It's in Scottsboro, Alabama.
always wanted to do it. I've
Yeah.
never been able to get out there.
Yeah, but
though.
I just had this conversation the other day, and I was like, but don't you think that the people at the store are just taking the best stuff?
Yes, but unless there's rules that, like firm rules in place where you can't, because then what's
But
the
I would
point
just
of-
call you up and be like, well, come by and buy this fucking thing because we're going to...
You're right. That's why I
You got yourself a straw, man.
I think it's like a fool's game to try.
I think it's probably like a thrift store where the employees get the best picks.
You've gone to thrift stores, right? Like you look around at the shit they have. It's like 99.9% like every single item just depresses you. Old VHS, old bullshit.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go when we're on tour. I go all the time.
to thrift stores.
Yeah,
Find anything
I do.
good?
Thrift stores and antique stores, and
For keys.
not antique, architectural antiques, antique stuff. What do they call
Fixtures?
it? It's where they pull out when they tear down houses. They take the shit from the houses and they put it in this warehouse.
Like
the
crackheads
fixtures.
taking copper
yeah,
piping?
shit like that, like copper pipes.
No, I don't understand. What do you
I
mean?
read door
It's
handles.
called architectural antique, I believe it's called. So what happens if they're going to take down an old building? They come and they take the mantles, the locks, the doorknobs, all the shit, the sconces, the chandeliers, and they sell it in.
They don't sell it at auction.
No, these companies coming in and they have a warehouse that you go in and then you just browse.
If you purchase anything for your
Oh yeah,
your place.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, good
I
stuff.
got a 200-year-old fireplace box, like a fire basket for my fireplace.
What does that do?
It holds.
It holds the
Is that where you
equipment.
put the ashes or you put the wood?
No, it's where you put the wood.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Why don't they just call it a log box?
They might. I'm just saying what I think they call it. I don't know.
That's
what
your
they call
turlet.
Like, truly?
That's how a man says toilet.
That thing.
Go flush the log box.
It's
yeah,
a
that's
handmade.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a handmade.
Cast iron?
Cast iron, handmade cast iron, a couple hundred years old from a Scottish barony in Glasgow.
A Scottish what?
Barony's estate in Glasgow.
So it was a Baron?
Yeah.
Baron von.
But they didn't, I didn't get the name.
Say it.
But,
Say it.
Is BVF?
but there was a
BVF
bunch,
script
but there
in
was
the
a
bottom?
ton of like old chandeliers and shit
How much
from
does that
thing.
weigh?
This was more expensive to ship home than it was to buy.
How much does it weigh, you think? 30 pounds?
Oh, no. That's big. That's heavy. That's like 60, 70 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You like the old stuff, huh?
I do like the old stuff. I mean, I was looking for those keys for the longest time. Every town I would go into, I would do that.
You still haven't found the keys?
Still looking for them. I get them.
I know somebody who was a few, 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah, I got some. I was in Florida this weekend.
Is
back
there
at
certain ones that like
Universal.
to complete the set? Isn't there only certain numbers?
Yeah, there's certain ones.
And how many still missing to complete a full
Most. I'm still missing a lot. Yeah, but somebody gave me a bunch in Universal. I was hanging out with my buddy Universal Mike. You remember him? Who gives me free entrance to Universal? Big Ant.
run? And
First ant of the week.
No.
He had fucking those old school.
Oh, that's right. The
skeleton
first
keys?
Ant of the week, Universal Mike. No, but I was hanging out with him, and somebody gave me one. Came up and gave me one. I just wanted to get his name in there, so I know he's listening. He's a good guy.
Mike and I went to this place. It was this breakfast place in Lexington.
Yeah.
And I can't remember that.
Tally Ho?
Yeah, Tally Ho.
Oh,
what
is that the place
fuck,
with the-
man? I'm like, I can't remember the name of it. And he's like, Tally
How
Ho?
do you know that?
I heard about the prayer circle.
Yeah. Everybody was really nice, but, the staff was taking pictures and all that kind of stuff. And we eat breakfast, and some lady comes over who we had spoken to earlier, a waitress. And she goes, "Do you guys pray?" And I said, "Yeah, we pray good." I was like, and because Ming had joined us by that point, and he goes, and I said, and Ming squeals, like, a deliverance joke, because we're in Kentucky, right? Mm-hmm. And she just goes on to say, because my mom's in a coma, and it doesn't look like she's going to come out of it, so I was really hoping you guys would pray, pray for her.
Jesus.
And Ming's like, sure, yeah, I definitely will. And as she walks away, I'm like,
Oh, she didn't ask you to do the prayer right there?
no. She wants us to pray independently on our own time now.
Yeah, she would have to know that's not going to happen. I would have wanted to see it. I would want
Like
to
me,
see
Mike,
it.
and Ming
Show
are
me the
holding
prayer.
hands.
I would want to see it. I would not take the words of the comic book men that they're going to go home and pray.
Right. First, I congratulated myself silently for making a male-on-male rape joke without knowing the circumstances.
You're asking a lot, though. That's like a 40-year-old movie, even if it was.
She seemed to have
filmed,
no idea what I was
even
talking
if it was
about.
filmed in the heart of Kentucky,
Yeah.
and
I think it actually took place in Georgia.
Yeah, it was filmed on the same river that they did the Olympics on.
even
It's
even
the
there,
Appalachia, right?
I doubt that they're holding it as a badge of honor, like home of where Ned Beatty got fucking.
Yeah, where he got tagged. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's the
We took it in the log box.
You guys like rape?
log box. You're walking, talking log box.
It did make me wonder two things. One, does she think that we have some pipeline to God that she doesn't? Or is it
like he tallies them before he answers them?
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm getting all these prayers. Whoa, these guys are
God
on at
does
midnight
not-
on AMC.
God does not answer celebrities. Does not put celebrities before.
You don't think, huh?
No?
That's my. Yeah, that's my
Just
guess.
ask Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and what's his name?
Right? I mean, I would have to think that, like, if that's the case, if I get up to heaven when I get up there and I find out that celebrities had a better gig or more pull with God than a normal person would,
Why?
I would have to rethink everything.
You don't think he watches movies? You think he's a fan of Clooney?
I would be.
Well, is there a
pretty
pecking
upset.
order, like a Tom Hanks?
There fucking should be.
Like his prayers are answered before,
God,
like
though.
a.
He should be above
Yeah, but-
who has
All right,
bigger.
all right. Well, let me ask you
bigger
something.
box
Okay, let me
office.
ask you something. Look at where these celebrities live, and then look at the shithole countries that are like mudslides of wiping out babies. And you don't think God has a pecking order on who he likes more?
So it's Hollywood above Bollywood.
The answer is in front of you.
Nice.
Like, the prayers were answered.
You should preach.
Is that God's slogan? Hollywood before Bollywood.
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, when you put it that way, I mean, wow,
Yeah.
you might be right. And if that's true,
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm a celebrity.
you're right. I
Hope I get season 6.
I don't consider myself one, but I guess I would have to pull celebrity card.
You're going to have to puff it up a little. Peacock around heaven.
Who's at the front gate? Michael?
St. Peter.
St. Peter's.
I'd have to pull my comic book men.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see last week's episode?
I hope that it's like, did you see, 30 years ago that episode of Comic Book Men I was on? I hope I'm up there when I'm in my 90s.
Yeah.
If it's not under
I hope the show
Flanagan,
goes
it might
until
be.
we're in our 90s.
If it's not under Flanagan, it might be under AMC.
Right. Well, they're Walking Dead fans.
It's got to be in there. It's got to be in there. Meanwhile, the Jokers are walking right by.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, you died too? All right, well, I'll see you in there.
Q.
Yo, can I get this guy in? No? All right. What about Universal Mike? Can I get him in? Yeah? All right, cool.
No, that's his +1.
It did make me wonder, though, with that scene. Like, if you've seen Deliverance, there's a scene where, like, the whole movie is these guys are canoeing down this river before they dam it. Burt Reynolds, Voight, Ned Beatty, and some of the guy whose name I can't remember. And they run afoul of these hillbillies. And the hillbillies proceed to rape Ned Beatty, and Voight, I think it is tied to the tree. And they're going to, like, force Voight to blow one of them. And my question was, like, is this something that they were, like, just sort of, like, walk around in the woods and they're like, look, city boys, hey, you know what we should do? Or was this a thing that they're like, if we ever, like, was it spontaneous or was it planned?
Crime of opportunity.
Yeah, because it seems really weird. Like, if me and you are going on a hike through the woods and we see some city boys,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you know what we should do, Q?
Right.
I feel like you probably wouldn't be on the same page.
No, I don't think so. It seems like a lot of work for what payoff?
Ned Beatty? No, he's not even hot.
No,
Like, he's not even
He's
Bert?
fat shaming. He's fat
It's
shaming.
not even Bert?
I
Bert's
think-
the other guy whose name I guess I couldn't remember.
you think for a second Burt Reynolds was ever going to agree to get raped in a movie? Could you imagine? He would have kicked his agent right in the balls. Been like, I'm Burt Reynolds, you fucking asshole.
I shoot
don't
the
know if he was
arrow.
Burt Reynolds
Ned takes
yet,
it up
though.
the ass.
He might not have been Burt Reynolds yet. I think that's the movie that propelled him to be Burt Reynolds.
He was always
Well, you don't get to be Burt Reynolds unless you're Burt Reynolds.
But yeah, like you take that role, you're not going to be Burt Reynolds.
That's
So
right.
is Deliverance pre or post Gator?
Oh, post.
Post?
I'm sorry, pre.
Okay, pre.
But I'm thinking though that movie changed the perception of hillbillies forever.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They could never. They had to.
They
have
were
been
so
like,
well respected before.
Scholars even.
Yes, they were. There was so
In
much
what way?
hillbilly comedy across the country. Mm-hmm. Every night of the week was rural comedy. Green Acres, Petticoat Junction,
Hee-haw.
Hee-haw. I mean,
Beverly
it was.
Hillbillies. But people were
America
laughing-
loved the hillbilly.
But they were laughing at them. I don't think they were laughing with
no.
them.
It was
I think they were
wholesome.
like, look at these fish out of water Beverly Hillbillies. Like, what morons. They were lovable.
Lovable and looked upon and revered as like wholesome. And then that movie
It just took
changed it.
one scene to
Yeah.
change the perception of hillbillies forever.
Forever.
So, like now you hear, like, hey, I love to help Steve David. You're like, oh my God, don't rape me.
Now
I'm just trying to canoe.
You consider them more hillbillies than rednecks, or
I mean, they live in the hills.
oh, okay?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, isn't it all interchangeable?
Do you think that like when the movie aired, like it first came out, and some people were down south where you might find hillbillies when they were watching? Did they know like, oh shit,
They're talking about us.
this just changed everything?
Yeah, but it took
Right,
years for
all
the
that
movie to get to
goodwill
them.
we banked in the 60s is now fucking totally erased.
Did they know it was a game changer?
I think so, yeah.
No, by the time they got the movie, the game had already changed.
What?
By the time the movie got to them, the game had already changed.
Oh yeah, because it took a while for it to get down here.
Look at how happy he is with himself. Yeah. He's just like taking shots at hillbillies like everybody else. Meanwhile, there was a time they were the most loved
I mean,
cross-section of peoples.
you could go every night of the week. They called it the rural explosion. I read about this, and it was on every station, and it was on every program executive had something based in the rural part of the country. It was so beloved, and then like that, it was gone.
But do you think it was directly because of Deliverance, or
Hell
people
yeah.
are like, I don't know. I mean, like, how much more of this shit can we watch? Like,
I think a lot had to do with once America was like, that's what they do when you're not fucking
when
blowing
they're-
on jugs. And,
Disney shut down the Country Bear Jamboree immediately.
Do you think it ever even happened? Do you think there was ever any instance of some good old boys out in the
Raping
hunting?
someone? Yeah.
No way.
You think so?
No way.
You're saying, wait, what?
They grabbed some city dude.
I'm going to do some research while you guys
I bet you it never even happened that they just saw some city dude like, let's fuck it. No way. It never happened, man. It was some sort of like.
Also, that accent sounded suspiciously like Quinn.
That was some boogeyman story that some city guy told, just trying to get back at probably some good-looking hillbilly that stole his gal or something.
Right. The more handsome hillbilly.
Take them all down.
Well, like the question is, like, because they were damming the river, did they look at the city boys as like, well, you're the reason, like, basically, like
it's based on a
progress.
book.
Yeah,
It's a true story.
Hold on, I'm doing research.
No
Keep
way.
going. Keep going.
like what was there animosity based on just the very idea of progress? So like, hey, we like our backwoods shit, we like our river, and like the only reason that it's being dammed is for more people, and more people means, you know.
I think you can make the argument that you're probably some people saw it like that too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, certainly not justifiable though.
No, I mean, I'm not acting as a defense lawyer. I'm just throwing out a theory.
You're surprised now? Do you? Good actor, great actor, but had to be a struggle, right, to take that role. It wasn't like, all right, I'm in. It had to have been one he had to think about for a couple weeks.
Ned Beatty?
Yeah.
I mean, I think like with each turning script page, you're like, squealing. And then like the final, like the line is just like, I mean, you have to be a committed actor that's like, hey man, I'm in it for the art. And I mean, he didn't really see.
He had a really distinguished career though.
Fucking great actor. But I mean, those tighty whities, and he's trying to get away, and the guy's slapping his ass. Like, he hardly tried. He hardly tried to get
come
away.
on,
Yeah. Some would say he
He had a fucking gun.
Some would say he was asking for it.
He did try and like scuttle up that hill.
A little
remember?
bit, but he was so out of shape. Yeah, that's why it couldn't have been Bert either. Bert would have like fucking fought back. But Ned Beatty is like,
holy
he
shit,
just looks like Play-Doh.
You ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Following the film, tourism to Rabun County, where they shot it, increased by the tens of thousands. So it didn't hurt.
Let's go on vacation.
Wow.
It sounds offensive when you say it.
It was Beatty's first movie.
Wow.
It was Beatty's first movie?
Yeah, it was Beatty's first movie. Wow. So
What a daring role to take as your first feature film.
Yeah, because a lot of times people take stuff that you're like,
Mr. Luther.
yeah, they take stuff that they're like, it's a bit part. It's small. Like this was like the most memorable fucking thing in the movie.
Can you name some other movies that Ned Beatty was in afterwards? Let's just play this game.
Okay.
Like, who would have raped him in his following movies?
Love it. Let's do it.
Superman or Luther?
All right. Well, Luther. Superman's
Come
not gonna
on.
rape him. Maybe the evil Superman that came out like when he split in two would have fucking raped him. All right. Here we go.
This is going to be a home game.
All right. Let's start with his most recent one, Toy Story 3.
Toy Story. Who was it in? Oh, Richard Pryor? Definitely. He's going to.
In Toy Story 3.
No,
Toy Story 3.
I thought you were talking about
Who's
the
raping
toy.
him in that? I thought you were talking about the toy. Remember the toy? I thought there was
The toy, right.
Tim Allen.
Yeah, Jackie Gleason's raping him.
To the moon!
These two moons. Oh.
Toy Story 3. Who did he voice in Toy Story 3?
Tom Hanks, Tim Allen.
In Toy Story, he was lots of hugging bear. So he was the main bad guy.
Oh, he was I think any of those toys given the chance, because he was a real asshole.
Woody makes his namesake there.
Yeah, you're right.
Woody becomes Woody for real.
Right to Andy on his ass.
He's like, they don't call it tattoos.
Oh man, we've earned the E in explicit.
Yeah.
iTunes might ban. This might be the first episode banned on iTunes.
Yeah, too hot for iTunes. Yeah.
Okay,
there's a lot of Ned Beatty talk.
Shooter with who was that? That was Mark Wahlberg, the guy from Lethal Weapon.
No, nobody in
Shooter,
Lethal
come
Weapon's
on.
going to be
The Incredible Shrinking Woman. There we go.
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin
Yeah.
with a strap on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, he was in the toy.
That's the truth.
Rudy.
Back to school.
Nobody got that reference, right? The laughing.
Nobody. Easy Money? Well, Rodney, they would have asked Rodney, like, hey, you want to do it? And he would have made the decision.
You might, it may be too respectful.
He's like, I'll watch, but I don't want to do it.
My gig is I get no respect. They do each other in a Hillbilly 69.
Like, they didn't even ask him first. He's like, you see what I mean? I get no respect. I mean, I should be the one raping
Wasn't
Ned
Jackie
Beatty.
Gleason in the toy?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I said it. But I didn't think Ned Beatty was still alive to me.
Like, remember 5 minutes ago when you guys were talking about that?
He's still alive, huh?
Still performing, huh?
The other thing about
Still
the con
doing
was
it.
a lot of people were talking about Vulgar too. Could I get him in that? I'm like, one last time, dude. Somebody raped you. Your swan song.
You went in getting raped? Why don't you go out? This is the bookend your
You
career.
bookend this shit, you'll be like, when that memorial comes up in the Academy Awards, it's just going to be you with like dick everywhere. Like nobody fucking was more amenable to rape than Ned Beatty.
Do you want that star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame? This
want
could be
it?
how you get it.
You haven't earned it yet.
Yeah.
How come it hasn't been remade yet? Could they remake it, or would it be? Or is it politically too incorrect at this point?
I think, especially when you take into account the banjo playing kid who is obviously inbred.
Autistic.
Now that's jumping.
Whatever. I mean, they're interchangeable, aren't they?
That's jumping. That's jumping to a conclusion. Why would you think that? Just because he had cross-eyed?
No, he was.
He was supposed to be inbred.
In the book, he was an albino inbred.
Oh, you read the book?
No, but I just read the Wikipedia article about it.
Yeah, I feel like I read the book.
So I might as well.
Do you need to read the book after you see the movie? I mean,
I don't know who would jump to the book after seeing the movie.
For more backwoods rape action, read the novelization of Deliverance.
but if you remade it, could you do that scene, or do you have to pull that scene
You
out?
have to do that.
You have
scene.
to do that scene.
Well, there's no point in making the movie.
That's what
There's
sets
no
everything in
way.
motion.
There's no way that you.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't
That's
make it.
horrible that you think that, though.
There's
it's such
no
a great movie.
point making that
and
movie.
that movie was just as good without that scene.
No, it's not.
Oh my God! What? You're going to
definitely
argue
isn't.
for that?
No
It's the
way.
only scene we're talking about.
Yeah, because
fuck,
of
you
how
talking about
fucked
the
up
river
it is.
floating?
But the best
No.
scene in that movie has nothing even to do with
That's
that.
not true.
Yeah, remember when they went to the restaurant and people were looking, like giving them sideways glances? Yeah, nobody's talking about
Or when
that.
the kid played the banjo?
Yeah, that was that. When I first saw that scene, I felt sick to my stomach. I was in high school. I was like, this is the worst thing that can happen to a man. Nothing worse can happen. This is the fucking sickest thing.
Well, you were right.
Star Wars all over again.
Well, I mean, as you get older, you're like, I don't
That are
know.
like, that's pretty cool. Like,
Well, yeah, but consensually.
right.
Yeah, but you could see, like, I don't have a family, but I imagine watching, like, my son get raped would be worse than me getting raped, no? I mean,
I don't know.
But you could make that movie today without that scene. though.
how?
They just get beat up.
Nobody would care.
Yeah, they just like
Nobody would care.
Yeah, like they get insulted. Maybe they get smacked around a little.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
but you got to bring in heavy hitters. Like you got to bring in like the blue collar guys to be the hillbillies, like so you can get some names up on the marquee. Like Larry the Cable Guy's like, get her done. And then Jeff Foxworthy's in there, like, you better pray good, boy.
I got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth.
Ron
yeah.
White with a fucking drink in his hand the whole time.
Who's the Burt Reynolds character?
Burt Reynolds
The guy who
today.
plays Deadpool.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
Oh,
Reynolds.
that's actually not a bad choice right out of the gate.
He is amenable to the butt jokes.
Well, this is no joke, though, right?
I remember seeing that movie for the first time. You saw it. I saw it later in life. I wasn't a teen, but I remember that scene where, I am going to that scene continuously. We keep going to it, but
That scene that could be removed with no one noticing.
but do you remember when John Voight saw Burt Reynolds pulling back on the
Just
bow
before
he knows he's going to kill him?
Yeah.
I was like, man, this was before their superhero movies, and I was like, that's a fucking superhero right there.
Yeah.
That's Green Arrow.
I'd be
That's
like, this
Oliver
guy's about
Queen.
to stop me from blowing a hick. This is the biggest hero that has ever fucking existed. Like, no one's a bigger hero than Burt Reynolds in that moment.
Could you do it? Okay, but remake it, right?
Yeah.
But let's
Like a made-for-TV version?
no. We're going to go your way. We're going to go.
Lifetime.
We're going to go the explicit way you want it, the way you say it has to be done.
It has to be done.
But we're going to flip it because it's only fair, and it's country folk coming into the big city, and a bunch of hoodlums rape them.
All right. Under what auspices? Like, what's their reasoning? They're like, hey, country mouse. like these guys.
What color are the hoodlums? White guys?
Yes.
Nobody's going to see that movie. Nobody's going to go see this movie. So you're sanitizing it.
Deliverance 2017.
Yeah.
A new era.
Why? Then that says a lot about our culture.
It does.
Like we
You're right.
have to see. We have because we don't. Well, because you're one of those of the coast. You live on the coast.
I'm one of those.
You're one of those people that you
So
think
are
you're
you.
more important than the Middle America.
I don't think that.
And you were saying that where it matters at the box office, nobody will go see it.
When did I fucking say that?
You just said no one to go see the movie.
Yeah,
If
that
it's
doesn't
the
mean
city-
where it
if it's the
matters.
city
I didn't say
folk.
anything about where it matters.
So the
But I think
At the box office, you said no one will see it.
Well, the reason that it worked originally is because of the isolation and these guys are like, there's no one around. Like if it's not for Bert, all those guys are dead. Right. So if they come to the city and they're in Times Square,
No.
The white hoodlums come up. They're like, "Oh, hey, you look like you're." So
No. They come to the city to ride a subway line for the last time.
Right.
Like they were going to shut down the subway line.
As families do from down south.
Yeah.
Yes. So they get into the
subway up there.
So they get into the subway car and are progressively chased through by these hoodlums, who eventually get them off into a closed station. So thus, there's your seclusion.
Closed car.
No, like a closed station.
Okay.
And then the
City
train
Hall
takes
station.
off.
Okay.
And then the train takes off, so they're trapped there with these.
How is the station? Why are they at the station?
Well, you could do it. It's the old City Hall station.
There's so many fucking plot holes. In
No,
this
I like
fucking-
this.
No,
Go
they
ahead.
tried to escape, so the train does that auto stop, and then they pile out, and then they turn it back on automatically, and it takes off. So they're stuck in the station
Right.
with the hoodlums.
With the white hoodlums.
Yes,
And they're
white
all
hoodlums.
and the white hoodlums are all texting and they're like, just hang out for a second. I want to send some pictures of
Well,
this.
they'll definitely take right before
Selfies.
the new Burt Reynolds kills them. They're taking selfies of it going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And then one of the selfies, you see the new Bert in the background. They're like,
Tweet Bird Killer.
Yeah. All right. I'm in it.
you next time in Hollywood, bro,
I
you
don't
could
wanna
pitch
pitch
that.
this.
pitch that. But where's Mr. Simi when we need him?
Do you think
Rapes with a Z.
why do you think it has been remade though? Especially nowadays, everything's remade.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
so
no room for improvement.
difficult to recap.
There's so many things you can say that about that are still remade though.
They remade and they don't improve. In fact, they make them worse. But I think they didn't remake it because of that scene. Because they're like, how the fuck do we do this again? Like in modern times.
So you were saying that film can only be made in that window of 1970 and 1980.
Yeah, kind of like Blazing Saddles. Like if somebody walked in like, hey, let's remake Blazing Saddles. It's like, they'd be like, what are you, out of your fucking mind?
I don't know. It wasn't like the rape in Boys Don't Cry, like one of the pivotal parts of the movie.
Isn't not a woman getting raped?
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
And that won I believe that won an Oscar, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's a woman getting raped.
And it's also what
But
it's a horrible story.
Because she's trying to.
Well, so it's Deliverance, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a different horrible story. Like, women getting raped is an actual problem that goes on every day. A dude getting raped in the woods is pretty fucking
by
out there.
hillbillies.
Yeah.
It's kind of rare. I think also with Boys Don't Cry, it was like a situational, like she knew these people and they felt like they had reasoning. They felt like, she had betrayed them and all this other shit, as flawed as that was. And just, like you say, way different than just two guys hunting and holy shit, there's a couple of city boys. Let's get them. Yeah, it's kind of that's not to say that you can't show it in movies.
Anyway?
I will admit I never saw
How
it.
did we even get on this? I can't remember.
Oh, because
now.
I made a Deliverance joke to the lady whose mom was dying.
So I love this show.
Did you pray though?
I did.
Did you ever fall? Oh.
I did. I never
Can you do it
promised
right
I
now?
would. You can't. You want to say a prayer for? Well, I don't. Her mom might be. I mean, Ming said yes.
what are we
Ming was
praying
so.
for anyway?
Ming enthusiastically agreed.
But who's going to recover? But she said her mom doesn't think she's going to make it, so maybe we're praying for her soul.
I'll do it.
You're going to do it?
Don't
You
we
can
have
do
an
it
official
quietly?
father now? Can we just get on the horn?
Yeah, let's
now?
put it on Father Lance, man. He is.
I'll text him.
Yeah, just be like, hey,
Talk about it in church on Sunday.
you've seen Deliverance, right? Brian was in a state that's exactly like that. Oh, I want to ask you as a dad, Walt, what you do. Because I got triggered today. get triggered.
Oh, shit.
Can you believe this shit?
I do.
You're bringing. I'd be surprised if you weren't. You're bringing Alicia to school, okay, and someone pulls out in front of you, like pretty close, and like so you have to, gotta apply your brakes, but they pulled out so close that you're right next to them, right, and then suddenly they just bam pop on the brakes because now I am assuming they feel you're following them too closely.
Brake check.
Not a brake check. Flat out stop and sit there after pulling out in front of you. What's your move? What do you do? Because I want to see if I did the right thing.
You have Sage in the car.
I have Sage in the car.
There's nothing you can do, in my opinion.
I don't even know. I would just be like, what's with this horrible driver?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Horrible driver.
I'd be like, I don't know if they're, I don't know. I probably would maybe like go like do one of these, but I mean, what more can you do other than that though? I mean, you could scream at them, but what difference is this going to make?
Did you stay in the car at least?
No. So it's right by Walt. I mean, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's right, like, let's say you're leaving Highland, you're on the highway, and you go.
I don't know if you want to tell this story.
Go behind the
I got to be
trailer
honest
park.
with you.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I don't
because it ties
know.
into something
You already
else.
know it, Ernie?
No, but I do know that anybody could use this against him in the court of law.
No, but I didn't do anything.
He doesn't know the story. He knows the person
like
telling
eventually, like nothing happened.
Okay.
Nothing
All
happened.
right.
So, Walt, you know where Quick Check is, and then there's that trailer park, right?
Yes.
You know. Okay, so somebody pulls out of the trailer park, like right in front of me, very slowly, and I was just like, "What the hell?" But I wasn't mad because, like, Sage and I were joking around and talking. So, I hit my brakes, and it's not like I screeched, but like I hit my brakes, but he was so close that like it just naturally ended up that I was like very close to this guy, and he then hits his brakes and stops dead. So I got to hit my brakes. And he just sits there.
Is he staring at you in the rearview mirror?
I see him not in the rear view, the other one, this side mirror,
Side view.
like looking over, like looking, into the side mirror. So I'm like, what the fuck? And so I kind of pull up like to the side a little bit. So now I'm on the wrong side of the road. And I put it in park and I get out and I'm laser focused on, I'm going to put my fist through this guy's fucking driver's side window.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to do. And I start walking towards him and he fucking takes off.
Right.
And I'm like, you little fucking bastard.
But you won.
I guess. But
Yeah, he
I
looks
get
like a
back
puzzle.
in the car
Of the week.
and I start to follow him because I'm like, I have to take a left and then there's a light there. And I'm like, I'm going to get this cocksucker at the fucking light. And meanwhile, I'll say this in a second. So we turn and there's another guy who's like kind of behind him looking at, like I see the look on his face as if I'm driving and like eating a kitten. Like his face is like, what the fuck is this guy's problem? What is he doing? And we get to the light and just as we get there, it turns green. And this dude fucking takes off the other way and I have to go straight. And Sage is like, what happened? Like, she's totally used to this kind of like, I don't do it all the time, but she's used to like sort of flip-flopping emotions and shit. So she's not really upset by it. But as I was driving and I started to calm down, I was like, I wasn't like, if it was just me, I wouldn't give a shit. But I'm like, I got my fucking kid in the car, you stupid fucking cunt. Like,
Yeah, but you did way worse.
I know. I'm
As your friend, as someone who loves you unconditionally, what you did was way worse. What if that guy had a gun in his car or something like that?
What makes you think I didn't?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about him.
I did it, though. I did.
Well, either way, a gunfight, a shootout isn't great.
At the Quick Check corral.
Yeah.
Afterwards, look, I'm rational enough, like, afterwards to, like, when I'm thinking about it on the way home, I'm like, how could I be like, hey, man, I got my fucking kid in the car. And the kid, had I been successful, would watch me punch through a fucking window and grab somebody by the neck. And I know but in the moment, I can't control it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a light switch, boom. And it's suddenly I'm like, this motherfucker. And then, and this is where the triggering part comes in, when I was riding back, I thought of a time I was 9 years old, and my brother Eric was. My mom was in the hospital. She had just had my brother Eric, and we were riding down the Seabright Strip in the Long Branch, Well, you know where that is. Get them. And there was these two black guys and a black girl in a car ahead of us. And they kept doing that shit, like brake checks and like going real slow. And Edgar would try to pass them, and then they would speed up.
Right.
And there was like he tried to pass him, and a bus was coming, and so like Edgar had to go back, and we hit a red light, and Edgar gets out of the car, and they blow through a red light.
Right.
He then gets back in the car,
blows through the red light.
Blows through the red light. We chase them.
That's crazy.
He drives onto their front lawn.
Oh my God.
After they like pull over to the side to like go into their house, he drives onto their front lawn, gets out of the car, and they just fucking ran like hell. Like they ran into like in the back of the house and took off. And I was like, holy shit. Like, is it in the blood? Is it something that like...
Is it nature or nurture?
Ingrained? Yeah. Yeah, I was like, because it's really like very similar situation in terms of the reaction to it.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show you that a Johnson has a hard time controlling their emotions. So,
yeah, I love too much is what you're saying.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Some might say not enough.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that the Johnsons have some Johnsons. I don't know. I don't speak for all Johnsons,
right.
But they have a difficulty.
Well, you know at least one other Johnson.
Yeah, I know at least two that cannot handle their emotions when things start to get a little heated. I don't know about the one that's a doctor. I have never seen him fly off the handle. But
no, he's always like so mellow.
I have a different approach to it.
Okay.
Because I know after years of therapy, and not that it helped, I fucking identify it, but I still don't. But like, you could only like, there's something in me, and I know there's something in you, that feels stupid all the time, or like you're doing something wrong, or what you've done is wrong, or what you're about to do is like, it's just
future wrongs.
It's just like this thing that happens too early in life, which I know happened to the both of us because we know each other so well, where it's just like, you're a moron, like you're a fucking idiot. And it's like you live like that's always just below the fucking surface. So like when something like that happens, it's almost impossible to write it off as a mere car incident. It's this guy thinks I'm an asshole.
Yes.
This guy this guy thinks he could do whatever he wants to me. This guy thinks I'm a fucking pussy that is just going to take whatever he gives. And it's just like it becomes something else, and then you're reacting to that fucking childhood.
Decades of
fucking being fucking feeling like you're an asshole. And the next thing you know, you're fucking lashing out at some fucking dude who just brake checked you.
Yeah.
Like that's all he did.
But I'm just like, who's this jerk off to? Like, first off, you pulled out in front of me, asshole. And now you're fucking throwing down fucking life lessons.
I agree,
hey man, back up.
At worst, he's an asshole. He's not the person that you're assigning all these things to. That I do as well. I'm not putting
like,
this
get
on
out
you.
of that car, Edgar.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's like, get out of the car, Edgar. Like, I'm about to fucking show you how much not an asshole I am. I'm about to punch through this fucking window and beat the shit out of you.
I think it's Edgar?
I think it's Edgar. I think it's just a lifetime of fucking.
So every person that he lashes out at is Edgar?
Yeah.
No, I'll bet you a lot of them are Pam too.
Yeah. I think most people that he lashes out, me as well, that we lash out with are some version of
their parents?
Yeah, I mean Yeah, I mean my parents weren't on Edgar's level. I gotta give you that. But it is, it's that thing of just like these childhood wounds don't heal. They don't.
It's tough. I don't know, because I don't know. I don't experience that level of like where I.
It's not like you had Mr. Drummond as a dad or Mike Brady or anything.
No, not at all. So I'm not. Yeah, so I don't feel I'm looking for someone to take it out on though.
Oh, I don't think it's a conscious thing. I'm just like,
I know. It's subconscious. It's all in the subconscious, but
yeah. But I bet you if we had your wife here, she would be able to point out.
Yeah,
certain things that we could trace back.
But I'm never where I don't. At least I don't think it is. If I get mad at a stranger,
right?
I don't think it's because of how I was raised or I was
right. Well, we never
happened. Or it didn't happen.
But who knows? There's a version of that, I think, in every single human being. I don't think it's that. I just think that's where it comes from. But I think more importantly is you shouldn't be doing shit like that.
I know. I don't want to. It's not like I was just like, it just struck me as very like, wow, man, that is like nearly like it's almost exactly what happened when I was a kid, and I hadn't thought about it in the longest time.
What was Edgar's father like?
Oh, he was like he was always cool to me. By the time I was around, he had sobered up. He was like an alcoholic.
Right.
Remember we talked about it like not too long ago.
Wait a minute, but I thought you said that he died underneath a house and no one knew it for a while.
No. He was drunk and sleeping under a house for a couple of days and nobody knew it. Nobody knew where he was.
So he wasn't sobered up then?
No, thank God. If that was him sober, but like when Edgar was real little, like my grandmother put him in charge, and he was like pushing him around to the different bars, and he left him outside one of the bars, and my grandmother drove by and was like, "What the fuck? Edgar's outside in a carriage." My grandfather.
Would Edgar have a recollection of this?
No, I think he was way too little. Yeah, if he's in a carriage.
But that was a guy who raised. Hey,
remember
Edgar.
that time? But my grandfather, he had sobered up and he had like great stories and was always cool to me. But yeah, totally different. Same with my grandmother, like my mother's mother, who Pam is constantly like, oh, she treated me like shit, but like was the nicest person in my life.
Because they get older and then they get experience and they learn how to handle whatever demons their fucking parents gave them. Yeah. This all goes back to one asshole. Yeah. One asshole down the fucking line who just started all this shit into fucking effect. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Adam had some rage issues.
It just all goes back. It all goes back.
So we all have scars, though.
Yeah.
You got scars, get them? Do you?
It's a fucking
Do you have scars, you think?
He's like, well, if I knew my father, I might.
So you have scars? Oh, you don't strike me as a guy that doesn't have scars, though.
I would think, I guess I have scars.
You do?
Yeah.
And you think you can trace it back to childhood? The stories you tell me, you sound like a happy kid.
What are the scars? Let's get to the real get 'em. Let's fucking put aside the bullshit.
Can we peel away that outer layer?
Let's peel away a little bit. Let's do it. We just fucking shared.
So, what are we looking for here? Like,
what's a big scar that you have, you think?
They thought it was pregnant. It's a C-section scar. They're like, oh, shit, we fucked up. He's in here to get this fucking lump taken off his hand.
I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. I don't
see.
There's so many.
There's how little scars he has, Q.
I don't know. Let's look again. Get him. How old are you?
38.
38. And can we say without malice that you live a somewhat untraditional life?
Meaning?
An alternate lifestyle.
How? I mean, he's
only recently gotten a steady job.
Okay.
He is married, quote unquote, but he's not married. He has no kids. He's not really in a relationship.
What are you talking about? Get him or me?
It sounds like both of you guys.
Right. Relationship.
What?
What do you mean I'm not in a relationship?
I mean, fine. Let's look at your relationship. It's long distance. You don't want to pay for her to come out here. Like shit like that.
Long distance is safe. Long distance means you don't have to really like connect emotionally.
You don't have to commit.
Like face to face.
Do you want me to cut that line out? Yeah. Do you want me to cut that line out?
Oh, yeah. For long, right?
Yeah.
His gal is making the move. That's the fucking power of get him.
Here?
Yeah.
When?
Soon.
Soon.
You don't look happy about it.
No, he's very happy about it.
Yeah, please don't.
You are. She listens. Please don't.
No.
She does listen.
I don't want to torpedo him. He told me he's told me repeatedly that he's very happy.
I said I don't see a downside to it.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's what I want for you.
Yeah. So he's about to become very traditional.
Okay.
In a hurry.
Is she moving in with you?
No.
I mean, he would have to get rid of fucking, old newspapers and fucking empty high C bottles and shit.
I think baby steps.
I'm so happy for him right now. I am legitimately very happy for you.
But like things are starting to turn where it was like very untraditional, that alternative lifestyle that Brian mentioned.
Daddy Walt came in.
Yeah, fucking Big Daddy over here
Daddy Walt
has fucking took the wheel by force. By force, I had to take it and turn it. back onto a highway instead of some back-ass trail.
That's some serious...
Like when you get raped back there.
Don't go towards the banjo, get him! No!
I want to say I feel Walt's, not that he's put me on a train track, like in a car in a bad way, but he's put me on like a train track in one of those trucks that can go on a train track, and it's a very straight
everyone knows
and
what you're talking about. Let me fucking explain in detail my analogy.
Why do you think that your father didn't do that for you? Like, why did your father allow you to become a guy?
You're going to make him say it.
I'm going to get to that scar. She was like, don't dare tell me you don't have a scar.
I know they're there. That you're the dude with the fucking LED light on your hat and you're popping a lock in when fucking directing traffic at a fucking part-time job shoveling horse shit. Like, there's a reason you became
a full-time
that guy.
job.
Well,
It
wasn't full-time. They fired you 6 months out
It
of
was
the
a
year.
seasonal job.
Coveting stolen phones.
Right.
It was a seasonal job.
And it was full-time when it wasn't seasonal.
Right.
So.
Okay, so that's not a full-time
So
job.
it's not a full-time job. All right, so a seasonal job.
Hey, man, I'm with you on that. Don't worry about it.
But like, you were that guy stealing websites. Like your father
walking around the
I
auction
learned that
12
from my
hours
father.
a day.
Yes, 12 hours a day to
Trump
fucking
story time. You were a fucking mess before
You
Walt
were
took
a
you under
mess.
his name.
So like,
man.
but your father let you become that mess. Why did he let you become that mess?
I don't think he knew.
Taking pictures of women.
I don't think
busy.
he had any idea what what Giddim's life was like outside of just seeing him as the few times we would see him as an adult.
He was too busy.
I think we got more of a real picture of Gidim than his family did.
Yeah.
So you're saying his father was so disinterested in him that he never bothered to do
No,
it?
it's just
He's
saying,
an adult, and his father has his own life.
But he developed into that adult. That's what I'm saying. That started somewhere, and it was never put on the track that
He
you
tried.
put him on. Do you know that for a fact, or are you just saying that?
No, I think he tried. I think he put him through school. He didn't finish school. He floundered after not finishing college, and he gave him a place to live. He gave him a job.
He did buy the farm when my mom kicked me out. So
Okay.
Yeah,
He's like, a barn's good for you. It's like Chevy Chase. He's like, pool or pond.
Yeah, but that's basic.
sometimes it takes two fathers. In this case,
right.
three.
I'm not knocking your dad at all. Please don't read it that way. I'm not. But it's just like, so what you're saying is like he gave you the most basic of parenting. Like, where was the wing that he put you under?
His dad's life lesson was like, if they're Puerto Rican, shoot them.
that was actually beating with a club.
Where was the Walt Flanagan like interest growing up?
I would say my grandfather was he would literally go down to bars in Newark and pick fights.
Your grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pick fights with people and come home. And my father would tell me, he goes, my grandfather, my father would come home and my mom would sit there and just patch up all his bruises and everything. And so I guess I don't want to say he's standoffish, but we never really had the maybe like.
You didn't have a.
Is there like a fear of
grandson?
intimacy between children and parents?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it! I had something I was just going to say, and you made me forget it now. Fuck.
I mean,
the intimacy word really fucking scared me for a second. Thought you were going to want to ask me to kiss you or something.
You taught him how to be intimate.
But you know what? We'll work. This is what I'm going to tell you.
We weren't afraid to say we love each other, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So,
I'm not saying your father was a bad man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Edgar was a bad father. I said I think my father was a good father. I just think these people are humans with limitations.
Well, they definitely had a style.
Yeah.
But we're working on this gallon and natty a night too. We are working on it. I'm trying. I think that we'll
you know what? I just thought of a scar, but it's going to ruin one of my future 1 True 3s.
That's okay. This is maybe more important than
That was the night my mom tried to kill me.
Because I couldn't possibly think of another one.
The night my mom tried to kill me.
So we're like, you have any scars? She's like, I don't know. I mean, none really come to mind.
It took a half hour when we ask you what your scars are. You have one where you're
Quint's like speechless.
It just popped into my head.
You brought up your grandfather's bar fights first.
Oh yeah, then there was this other thing. It slipped my mind.
Get him.
My mother tried to murder me.
Yeah.
How?
Tried smothering me with a pillow.
How old are you?
Yeah,
This was last week.
Well, that I would understand. Yeah. I'm assuming.
Paint the picture.
I don't remember. I don't remember how old I was.
Roughly.
So you're a young kid.
Yeah, definitely young kid. Yeah, so 6, 7 maybe.
Oh my god.
That's not that young.
What's third grade?
Like she got to know you by then.
What's third grade usually?
That's like 8 or 9.
So it was before that. So I'd say like first, second grade maybe.
Oh my God, get him.
So it's not like it was like a newborn where it's like this is just like some blob of flesh. It's like she knew you. It was she knew your personality.
I'm pretty sure it was post divorce. So,
She blame you for that?
What?
Divorce?
No, it was because she realized she was a lesbian.
Post divorce.
Yeah.
She's acknowledged she's of an alternative.
Yeah. I think the girlfriend was staying there a lot.
And so out of the blue, did you?
She didn't want to be exposed. She's like he's a witness.
Did she do it because you were? Did you know she was mad at you?
I think knowing me and how I was back then, I probably did something to piss her off, something at school.
Well, you have ADD, so you were probably like all over the place. And she's like, "Fucking what a handful!"
But you realize no matter what you did, you're not in the wrong.
Oh no, it's
like
she had her reasons.
I wouldn't put it past myself to cause somebody to want to
No, but that's not
please punch me.
every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We all know that.
Wow.
Oh, man.
So how did it turn out?
Well, I was one of those kids who like when I would go to sleep, it would take me like a good hour to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Just rolling around. And she came into the room and she put the pillow over my face. And
She thought you were sleeping?
I don't know if because what I would do is I would just...
She's like, I'll put you to sleep, motherfucker.
I would sit there and try to lay still, and hopefully that would make me go to sleep, and it just didn't work. But she came into the room, she put a pillow over my face. I remember turning my head to the side, so I could still technically breathe. So I was still breathing.
Was it hard? Like, was she pushing down hard?
I want to say I don't remember. And then the girlfriend eventually came in and, pulled her off me.
How long is eventually?
Did you say anything about this?
What do you mean?
Like the next day or after
I know her girlfriend used to always try to remind me that, I saved your life type deal.
Oh, she would use it against you? Holy shit.
But what was the fallout from this?
Nothing really.
So the next night you just went to sleep there again?
Yeah.
You would be like, it's not going to happen again.
I mean,
Actually, no, I would. No, because I would always remember to try to practice to turn my head to the side.
Oh, my God. Get him. I want to hug him right now. Wait, so did you ever bring it up to your mom?
I always practice to try to sleep with my head on the side.
You never know when your mother's going to come up with a pillow and be like, hey, your life's over.
I would always practice to try to fall asleep in my head.
No. It was kind of like I'm
going to go home and apologize to Edgar.
This isn't. You've never discussed this with your mother. You've never discussed this with your father.
I'm not sure.
It just went unmentioned. This is fucking nuts.
I bet you this happens a lot though in the real world.
Yeah, but not to my friends. This is the first one of my friends that I've ever heard this happen to.
Like I said, I never took it really as serious because I was able to breathe. So it's
her lack of.
So you
competency.
think it was not her like a genuine effort to end your life? She was just like, here's what's gonna happen. This is like sort of a fucking warning shot. If you don't shut the fuck up and go to sleep, you better practice sleeping on your side, bitch.
What's your relationship with her now?
I haven't talked to her in years.
Good.
But we would go through cycles of that. We've been going through cycles of that for a long time. So
who will reach out eventually?
Usually something like she'll have like a health scare, and then last time we had a big falling out was I was with the ex, so she kind of like pushed me to let us get together and have dinner or lunch or something.
She's matchmaking?
No, just to kind of mend the fences. But
oh man,
whew! Tell him, Steve Dave.
Wait, what?
Right, that's been going on for a long time. How are you going to top that?
I'm fucking depressed right now. I feel
do
so
we have a game
bad
to
for
play?
him. Have you been carrying this around your whole life, and you've written it off like it's nothing?
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. You carry it around and make it your like albatross and your cross to bear, and you make it like you use it as an excuse. That's how you fucking wallow in misery. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I know she got.
Yeah, just ignore it. It'll go away.
She tried killing herself. She got put into a what do you call it? Into the psychiatric hospital for that Christmas. So I know she's not all there up there. So who knows what under what mental condition she did it under? It might not have been under a right mind or a sane mind.
Could have been though.
Yeah.
Could have been sane mind, right mind. Wow. What the fuck?
See what you little digging?
Yeah, that didn't even take that much digging.
A little bit. He had no scars before he mentioned that.
Yeah, now it's like, hey,
Now I gotta go home and think about
remember the
this.
shit you bitches complain about?
Well, what is the listeners at home? Did the hearts just warm to this polarizing
No, because they all
figure?
feel like doing the same thing.
He didn't win over anybody right now with that?
Maybe a couple people. I see some get 'em boosters out there. More and more.
Yeah.
He's misunderstood.
Nobody that I interact with, and I talk to Ants all the time, dislike him.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to read an email? Because
Did you get one?
yeah, I get emails all the time.
Oh, man.
But you know what? I feel like maybe we'll let it slide this week. We won't read the hate mail about get 'em. I feel like get 'em, like maybe if like back in the day Blue Apron existed.
Okay.
You guys could have cooked together, right?
No, my father always had pretty much a homemade meal almost every night.
No, he's trying to make his dad look real good right now.
That's it. No, it's the
Well,
truth.
fuck yeah, man. He didn't try to kill him.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the bar.
Gave him a job, gave him a home,
He put him a
and
bar.
never tried to kill him.
No, I'm with you. His dad's a superhero. I just don't think that should be the bar.
I'll focus on the household stuff here. Cooking together builds strong family bonds. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times more often. See, I don't know, though. Like, you cook with your mom, suddenly, you're on fire or something. You never
She's
know.
hitting me with the spoon.
Yeah. Oh, I got this. My mother's weapon of choice was the wooden spoon.
With the one with the hole
I
in
got
it?
the spoon, too.
No, it was just like
Oh.
a solid wooden spoon.
No, I used to get the one with the hole in it because that way it cut down on the air resistance and always left a nice little welt.
Yeah, she just grabbed what was close, not thinking about aerodynamics.
Mom's putting a lot of antifreeze in the fucking stew.
A slow poisoning. Yeah.
Little kid from Sixth Sense.
Quit spending a lot of money at restaurants or high-end grocery stores because under $10 a person you can get a delicious meal. There's a whole bunch of delicious meals coming up. Blah, 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 blah. Thought starters. Not all ingredients are created equal. My personal experience. Okay, here's the shit. It's affordable. There's a huge variety. It's flexible. Customize your recipes. It's easy. And it is guaranteed that every ingredient in your delivery arrives ready to cook or they'll make it right. So go to tellemstevedave.com. blueapron.com/TESD. You get 3 meals free. You will love how good it feels. Get them. And tastes. To create you might want to do this now that your lady's moving to Jersey.
Yeah.
You're going to want to cook at home, right?
I usually cook. I don't usually cook with Blue Apron, but I might.
Well, you can get 3 free meals. Why don't you sign up? Use our code, man. blueapron.com/TESD. It is a better way to cook. They really undermine the way everyone else cooks by saying that.
I tell you
right?
what, I use Blue Apron. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. You talk about it a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Blue Apron.
You know me, bro. When I'm happy, I talk a lot.
Yeah, I love it, man. I mean, I've experienced the complete polar opposites, yes, of Q. Like angry, bitter, just seething, and then
AKA my 20s.
happy Q. Yeah, oh boy, there's some rough patches in there with this guy. Like, you think I'm angry? Holy Christ Almighty!
Yeah, that was rough.
But I still love him, man. He was still lost. I saw it. I mean, I understood. He was young,
Yeah.
heartbroken.
Do we have any more ads?
We got Loot Crate. What, you want to do Loot Crate 2? 2 in a row?
You gotta blow it out, man.
We got to take a blow. All right, let's see. Loot Crate. I mean, everybody here knows what Loot Crate is, right? They're all geeks and shit.
Loot Crate's pretty good to us, man. They're a perennial advertiser. It
Yeah.
seems like
They
every
are,
week.
especially after I was like, bleh, Loot Crate. They gave us a second chance. I thank you for that, Loot Crate. You'll be the envy of your friends. You get 100% exclusive crates at lootcrate.com. I see a lot of shirts, Loot Crate shirts at cons.
You're
and
wearing
stuff.
one right now.
I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dolly cat one. March's crate is wild, as we learned last week. It's nice, right? Get them? Like, you get a nice surprise box in the mail.
Oh yeah,
You're like, ooh, what's in here?
yeah. And see, I asked Walt if I can grab anything from it. He says no.
Yeah, but still, vicariously, it's nice to live through Walt's Loot Crate. Be like,
Yes.
it'd be cool to have that.
But and then Q will usually.
It's okay. Maybe I didn't give you that Futurama piece of shit that was in there, but I did give you a job. Well, or even.
Yeah, and you could have asked me for my Futurama thing, because I think I threw it away.
I gave him 2.
Oh, did you?
He wanted the third
It wasn't
one,
enough?
too.
It wasn't enough.
How many ships did you get of those Futurama ships? Just one?
Just the one, yeah.
Just the one.
Well, I got
brought
2.
a second one here.
Yeah, that ended up on the shelf.
The shelf. Yeah. So I think Kevin Smith pockets that.
The other one's safely at home, sitting in my my kitchen counter.
Get them if you go to lootcrate.com/TESD. You're going to save 10% off. Surely you can afford that. I mean, even with your woman moving to Jersey, you must have enough
You
money.
might, listeners, get ready for when his lady does come. We're not going to have 24-hour access to get him. There's going to be a lot less to get him when his lady's around, probably.
You think?
Yeah, so enjoy him now while you can. You never know what you had till it's gone.
Yeah, before she gets her apron
Assholes.
strings around his fucking neck and tries to choke him out like his mom.
Now get him. Are you going to have a no get him's girl rule on the show?
Meaning?
She's not allowed to appear on the show. We're not allowed to talk about your personal life on the show.
I would have to run everything.
What do you mean? We told everybody that he got a cyst from fingering her. How much more personal can it get? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but everybody knows that's not true. I mean,
He thought it was. He told everybody at the table it was.
That's a good point.
If we weren't stupid enough to believe it, that would have been what we walked out of here thinking he had it from.
You know what?
He wanted us to believe that was why he had a cyst on his hand.
I want her to move here.
I withdraw the question.
I want her to move here and like slowly his cyst goes down, but then she starts developing one because she's diddling his asshole all the time.
Oh, I thought it was because she didn't need him anymore. She just had enough of him. She was here to
Diddling herself.
Yeah.
Not tonight. I got a headache.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we got to, after she's here a while, we bring them both on.
Well, maybe we
um,
could do a special game, with the significant others.
Mm-hmm.
We could do get him and his gal, Suzanne.
Me and whoever I'm tagging at the time.
Wow.
All right.
Get him.
So do we got a game?
Do you really? I mean,
I really do, man.
I feel like
I don't want it to end.
I feel like we're going to, it's been a long episode.
Hour and 11 minutes. It's not that long.
It?
It's only hour and 11 minutes. We used to go fucking 2 hours, man.
I guess.
When did you guys turn into
Come on, we
this?
can't end on such a down
Yeah,
note.
but you could say, don't give them everything all in one episode. Make them come back
give them
next
everything
week.
you fucking
Because this game is another hour.
You think?
Yeah, I don't know. It's only 6 verses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I leave it up to you. I'm willing to.
You got the
to
time
do it.
queue?
Yeah. No, but I'll do it.
You don't have the time? You got to get out of here?
Depends. You want those pages I owe you tonight or not? It's up to you.
No.
No?
I'm not. What, you know what I'm going to blow through what you gave me and that quickly?
I don't know.
Yeah. No,
All right.
If you have the time.
Come on, man. Let's kick it old school. We used to do an hour and a half, 2 hours.
All right.
I'm
What I was
gonna
going to do though is can we set up a listener to call in?
Sure.
All right, so we're going to play. We're going to bring it to. We're going to bring the energy back up after Giddim's revelation.
I was pretty energized by that, though. It actually made me hard a little bit. I chopped up.
Remember that boner I said that early on in the episode? That
If I'm with a girl, is there any way you can just I'll put my cell phone next to my ear and you can tell me that story so I can get rock hard?
Oh, at least you don't want to. I thought you wanted to actually smother me with a pillow.
Do you think anybody ever jerked off to that Deliverance scene? Is there a freak out?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, there's so many fucking sickos out there. Yes.
Yeah. Just when you
Why
think
so judgmental?
Yeah. Sickos.
But if you ever think wow, I'm sort of depraved, you think of somebody who does that kind of shit.
Yeah.
There's tons of more depraved stuff.
There has to be people who've actually reenacted it. They've gone into the woods camping.
Well, consensual.
by bottle dumps.
Your mom bottle dump.
We're gonna play 2 Live Crew or 1 Middle-Aged Jew. We introduced this game last year. I've gotten a lot of emails requesting it again for us to play it again, but it took Jeff a bit of took him a while to come up with some new rhymes.
He's an auteur.
Do
you think he carries a notebook like Eminem? He thinks of rhymes and shit and writes them down.
He does it in his phone. He's very
I
proud
think
of that phone.
what I think he does is he goes into Target and he just looks at something and then he just goes, okay, I'll make a rhyme about that.
Oh, really?
Stares dead-eyed at something.
I'd like to thank Benjamin Willian because he supplied me with the the 2 Live Crew versions of the verses we're going to hear, but we didn't use 2 Live Crew this time. We used somebody called Little Wayne.
Lil Wayne?
Little Wayne.
All right.
Apparently, Little Wayne is filthy.
All right.
And again, I'm kind of upset. Not upset, but I am kind
He's
of.
such a grandpa. He's never heard of Lil Wayne. Like,
no, but I mean, I didn't know you were remembering Stacy.
oh, that's right.
This is harsh. Like I told Jeff, go full out, man, and now.
Stacy won't be there.
Just won't be there.
Fucking go for it, man.
I don't know. It seems like it's almost like on cue if we're going to get really.
It is on cue.
She hangs out with me so much. I don't think you're about to say anything that doesn't. That
You sure?
Look, let me
feel
tell you
positive.
something. Somebody reminded me the other day on Twitter, we are exactly 1 year away from the verbal contract on this show that if you are not married by next March, you and I, that's right, this is what you got to bring home to mom and dad. So you better get on it, girl. Otherwise, I'm going to soil you.
Anybody here?
Boom! It's a roast.
Anybody here listen to Lil Wayne? Anybody got an unfair advantage?
I've
no,
seen him.
No, I do not have an unfair advantage.
Okay, get him.
I've seen him on TMZ. That's about it.
Okay, so how should we do this? Get him. We're going to have a listener call in and play, but like, what percentage of the questions does he have to get right for him to win? We're going to give away Q.
A Vinyl
Cast 2 roast.
Vinyl Cast signed
Holy
by as
shit.
many of the roasters as we can get. None of the famous ones, so don't even think about it. But
Definitely Ladondo then.
But like Justin
Oh,
or
like
Doug or any of
Stanhope,
those guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
I might not be able to get Chris because I don't know when he's going to be on the stash to do it.
Yeah.
He shows up
He's
every
only he's
week.
only here 6 out of 7 days a week.
Yeah.
No, he's
I'm
not.
a vegan.
He's
I'm
not.
going to the vegan pizza place.
He's not.
Did you hear
here
what
all that
Trump
much.
did?
Are there any marches going on? Ooh, I'm so mad.
If he's down here this weekend, we'll get him. If not, you might not
Remove
get
that
Chris.
tweet immediately.
Yeah, you're blocked.
A lot of hate for Chris.
I don't get it. He's such a nice guy.
He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah. Do you follow him on Twitter?
No,
You listen to
I'm
this
not on
fucking
Twitter.
shit
But
all
you don't
day
have
long?
to follow him either, though.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
Why?
but he has his finger on the pulse of
No,
society.
he has his finger on the pulse of whatever the fuck he reads, and then he's like, now I'm mad about this.
But that's how the society is right now.
Not me. I haven't been looking at the news at all.
Dude.
Dude, Trump could have been fucking assassinated
Dude.
already. I'd never know.
Actually, Snoop Dogg did do that in a
We're looking
video.
at a straight up month since I've deleted all news apps and I don't look at the news.
I took my cue from you.
I feel
no
like
pun intended.
I feel like I'm a reborn person.
Yeah.
The happiest you've ever been. Right?
Dude, I stress about nothing. I
So
don't feel
ignorance
the
is
world.
bliss?
Ignorance is
He
bliss.
texts me how happy he is.
Yeah.
I got a text today about
Yeah.
how happy he is.
Really?
And I don't know
Dude.
if he's rubbing it in or he's just telling me as a friend.
No, I'm telling you.
Yeah. What? Anything that you? Just in general, happy?
Just, I'm
Nothing in
ignoring.
particular?
His
I'm
mom didn't try to smother him.
I'm happier now.
that was enough.
No, I'm telling you, I'm ignoring. I've tuned out the world, other people's opinions, other people's concerns, other people's fears.
That's the way to do it.
So that's why you've been ignoring me when I
Yeah,
message you.
like I am in my own world right now, and I'm gonna tell you,
Q's
jump
World.
on in.
Q's World.
The
Well, not-
water
Planet Q.
is fine.
no one
Come on in, boys.
The water is fine.
People can only view Q's World from the outside.
No, I'm telling you,
They don't. Not many people get to live in Q's
You
World.
know why? Because people in the real world do not talk like they talk online. So even if I do discuss politics and stuff like that, it's civilized.
Nobody's like, you're a fucking Nazi.
Yeah, it's nobody's trying to ruin anybody's career.
Orange Hitler.
Nobody's trying to fucking hate on anybody. Like the world is such a good place when you make it smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're saying detach
detached
from society as much as possible.
Well, keep the people you love.
Yeah.
Take
Keep it
care of your
close.
own, and that's it.
Let everybody else do their own thing. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Cool.
What? Like
I'm not into it.
Like I'm not gonna fucking. Listen to me. Other people's concerns are not my concern.
Right.
I'm concerned about my own concerns. Me and mine.
Got you straight weight, rich man.
That's fine. You know what? I hear you. But you know what? I treat everybody good. I'm not mean to anybody. I do what I'm supposed to. And that's that. I can't be part of the solution. But I sure as hell, Brian, am not going to be part of the problem.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Love this guy.
Yeah. That's it.
He knows his limitations.
I know my limitations. I can't give a shit about whatever the fucking issue of the day is.
Right.
I can't wait to see Ghost in the Shell. Can't wait to see it.
Look good.
I can't wait to see. I think you saw it already. I'm going to. I don't know if it'll be out here by then, but Train Spotting 2.
I didn't see it yet.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
I'm going to Scotland in April. I'm sure it'll be.
To see it.
I'm sure it'll be there. I want to see it.
I saw Kong. Did you see Kong Skull
I
Island?
did see Kong.
Was that not fucking fun or what?
It was fun.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there was some parts though that I'm like, oh.
There were, but it was a fucking
When
fun
did it come
movie.
out?
Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Oh, did it?
Beat Logan this week? Yeah, beat Logan.
Oh, I thought it was so much fun.
I just really can't stand when people are like, we gotta save Kong. Come on, man.
Who's that?
Well,
LaDonda?
at least they gave a reason for it this time.
Come on.
Where if they don't save him, those monsters get out of control.
Those monsters will stay in that island, and they'll
Not necessarily, no.
How would they have gotten? How would they have gotten off the island?
Because Kong has kept them at bay.
Also,
he's
there's a
killed
whole
the
tribe
little
of humans on the island that were like, we can't allow them to fucking be slaughtered by Samuel Jackson in a bad mood. You know what I mean? I mean, I kind of
They had a wall.
What?
Not to keep
really?
Kong out. To
What?
keep
They
the
built
other
a
guys
wall in the
out.
Yeah,
movie?
so they had the wall. To
I don't
keep
know if
their-
that would have worked against the
Yeah,
big one.
like-
Do you think?
Well, I'm
that,
just
do you
saying-
think that was some sort of metaphor?
I think it was made. I think fucking the first line of the movie being like, "There's never going to be a more fucked up time in Washington." was definitely. But it was so much fun, man.
I enjoyed it. I thought Kong looked good, and if you were going to give me a choice between the next Star Wars movie or a Kong movie, I can actually see one. I would pick Kong
That's
every time.
That's because at the end it was all that's Godzilla going to be
How about
next.
those teasers, huh?
Fucking great. I mean, how about Kong had weapons this time? Like they gave
that's
him
what I
a
wanna ask you.
fucking weapon.
We might not get to Two Live Jew today,
Well, I got a lady.
but I maintain
Yeah.
that Kong should be the most intelligent being on the face of the planet because his brain has to be the size of a subway car.
Yeah, but it's
Ginnam
it's
says-
proportionate though.
Oh, is
Thank
that what you
you.
said?
Yeah,
What do you
the ratio.
mean?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's proportionate to his body. It's not just the size of the brain.
So the size of a brain doesn't matter? Size doesn't matter when it comes to brains, only when it comes to the fucking...
In proportion to
Junk.
body size. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Sure.
But I thought T-Rexes had the brain the size of a marble.
Well, that's the opposite.
Stacy,
That's-
big brain over big junk. What do you go for? I know you're a lady.
Are you kidding me?
I actually
That's
want
true?
the answer to that question.
That's really true?
Yeah, so it's proportionate.
You don't think that Kong was smarter than your average monkey?
Oh, I think he was.
You don't think Kong was smarter than a simpleton? A human being?
Get him?
No, he's not a simpleton.
I'm kidding, buddy.
Don't say that about me.
I know. I take it back. I take it back immediately.
Just got personal.
My apologies, get him.
But let's say somebody like the guy, like the banjo plucking boy on the porch of.
The guy I called inbred, and everyone's like, "How do you know?"
I think he's still
He's still not as
creature
smart as
living
that kid.
by instinct more than
Can he
thought.
play a banjo?
He did not
Then
play
no.
a banjo. He did not.
Right, you're right. So Kong is no better than that kid.
I think he runs. I think a lot of
it's
it's
soothed by
instinct.
music. He was soothed by music.
And he keeps falling for blondes, man. That guy can't fucking. He has got a type. He sees a blonde.
That lady was blonde. You thought? I thought she had brown
Dirty
hair.
blonde.
Who's the lady? Who plays?
Brie Larson, right?
I don't know who she
I'm
is.
not sure.
I thought for sure that they weren't going to go.
She's
to,
the one
to
that didn't clap for Casey Affleck when she gave him the.
Oh, really?
award, yeah.
I saw Manchester by the Sea. Did you see it?
No, it was good.
Oh my god,
So good.
it's so awesomely depressing.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I thought they weren't going to go with the cliched like Kong saves the female. I thought for sure that they may not go that route because it was going to be all action. But of course, they couldn't stop themselves.
Well, they're trying to appeal to a broad audience, you know.
Yeah. Well, she was like, it was a little bit like she's a Vietnam photographer. This is like, like there was a little.
Why did it need to be set in the 70s too? I couldn't figure it out. Like, what advantages does that have? How does that play?
I think it's part of the larger scheme of the movies.
So Kong is going to be when he actually is introduced into the Godzilla world.
Older and bigger.
He's going to
remember
be,
they said that line. He's
a
still
baby?
growing.
He's still a baby.
They said that. They said he's
it's
still
going to
growing.
be like it's going to be 50 years though.
But it also had a good premise in that satellite photography was just starting to. There's going to be no unmapped portions of the world anymore. So that's why I said we got to get there before the Russians get there.
I liked it. I liked that it was a period thing.
I mean, I love a period piece too.
Yeah.
I think, and I love that extra little touches to it. But I wonder why it had to be done that way.
I think it's just because of the scope of the whole movie that they're creating.
Okay.
But how great was John C. Reilly, man? Did you not like that character?
Which character was it?
He was the down pilot in the beginning.
Oh yeah, he
was
was fun.
so good, man. And he had a line that made me laugh so hard where you hear the chirping, and he's like, "It sounds like birds, but they're not. They're fucking ants." And I was like, "Oh, something happened to this motherfucker with those ants." I was like, "I want to know what that story is."
That's what I said to Wall. I said I want to see the damn ants.
Do you think that was cut?
No, I heard rumors they want to do a movie about him and the Japanese pilot on the island.
They said that was a metaphor for what's going to happen when King Kong meets Godzilla. That they're not going to fight; they're going to become friends and team up against all the other monsters.
They were originally fighting. They were originally fighting, and then they got to they made up.
When?
Because they were fighting.
When did they make up?
We didn't see where they made up.
What?
Just
we
in
saw
my
the part
heart.
where they were fighting on the cliff. We saw the part where they were fighting on the cliff edge, and that's when.
No, you guys are talking about two different things.
I'm talking about the relationship of the pilot and the Japanese pilot. They became friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
They grew to love each other like brothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a rumor out there that's a metaphor for how Kong and Godzilla are going to become friends like that.
I think that'll happen.
But that would mean they would be fighting at first and
west.
Yeah. Be fighting at first and then bond.
And they'll definitely have to fight a little bit, but they're going to grow to love each other like monster brothers.
Yeah.
But I did. John C. Reilly was good. Like when he was like that whole I can't tell if I'm talking or just thinking it.
He was just perfect.
All right, we have somebody on the line that wants to win.
I have to imagine somebody is going to steal that tagline. They're going to grow to love each other like monster brothers. If that's not on the poster, I'm not going. No, we are calling. Let me see. Let me call Cheryl. Let's see.
And she doesn't. She needs a vinyl cast too.
Well, we'll ask her. If she already has one, I'm going to hang up on her.
So we were. So what? By preponderance, she has to get a majority correct.
Yeah, there's 6 verses. Get them. What if
4?
She's got to get 4 to 6 correct.
Yeah.
And she could take the wisdom of the people at the table, like what you guys think, but she'll have to make the final decision on her own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, let me call her again. Hold on.
right.
Let's see.
I think the joke here, Q, is how painfully obvious.
Yeah.
These
are not like the other one.
He put very little effort into it.
Fair enough.
Like I said before, like Cherokee Collection gives me an erection. He's in Target. What the hell's going on? Uh-oh.
We not paid the long distance bill?
I don't know. Did somebody call and try? Let's see. No, she's probably trying to call me. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Cheryl?
Yes?
Hey, it's Brian from Tell 'em Steve Dave. I've got Get 'em here. I've got Walt here, and I've got Q here. I wanted to go in ascending order of excitement.
She hasn't hung up yet. That's a good sign.
We're going to play 2 live crew or 1 middle-aged Jew. Are you familiar with this game?
I am, and I love it.
All right. So,
Do you like rap?
Some.
Good answer.
Mm-hmm. Are you a ringer? Are you a huge Lil Wayne fan?
I am not.
Really
Okay.
easy.
He has lots of chains and gold teeth and tons of tattoos and stuff, and people like
also,
him.
I'm a little upset that we have a female on the line because this game gets filthy.
Yes. Have you ever heard anything filthy before? Because this may come as a shock to you.
It takes a lot to offend me.
Oh.
Right.
I've never been offended by anything any of you have said on podcasts, and I've listened to every episode, including the bonus pods.
So wait a second. So I'm
Just
still
to give you a gauge.
Teflon in your eyes.
That's right.
Good enough for me.
But we're talking. I told Jeff to up the filth. I told him to bring. I told him to bring stuff that's illegal in a lot of states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some countries.
The more terrible it is, the better it is.
Some of these rhymes could be about the Target Cafe. All right. So, Gidim says that there's 7, right? There's 7.
There's 6. Well, we could play it this way. We could do. You have to guess which title of the song was Jeff's. And if you get that right, maybe they can get a point. They can get they need to get that would make us to give 12 opportunities then. No, that would give 9 opportunities.
Forgive us, we didn't figure this out prior to calling you.
So I'll figure it out as we go along. If you answer enough correctly, we'll make sure you get it. You don't have a vinyl cast too?
I do already have one. But, I mean, one signed by all three of you.
All right.
That's priceless.
Okay.
Well, this would be signed by more than three of us. So maybe you can, if you have so yours isn't signed. Oh, so you could sell that, and then you're going to get one signed by a bunch of people, including Ghost Pussy, if he comes down for a vegan pizza.
Mine's signed by Q, and that's it.
Just Q?
Oh, yeah. You were out at an IJ show and got it signed?
Yes.
Oh.
There you go.
Thank you for that.
Look
I
at you, a
appreciate
man
that.
of the people. Everyone's like, he's a jerk off. He doesn't come out. And,
Who says that?
Who says I'm a jerk off?
I hear a lot of people saying it.
At home.
Yeah.
I got enough mail here that proves I'm fucking his mail boy.
Oh, yeah.
So I know that he's not a fucking jerk.
Would you like to make a request for people to stop sending shit here?
No.
Come on.
Or would you like to make a
Just-
request to start sending more stuff to me?
Well, I got a lot of birthday gifts. Thank you for everybody who sent them in. I appreciate it.
But if you're feeling like you got to send Q something, it won't hurt to send the mail boy something, too, the guy who's handling all his mail.
Yeah.
Thank
Walt Flanagan.
Yeah. What about the mailboy's assistant? Do you send
Get 'em?
anything to
Yeah.
get him?
Well, anything I don't want, I give to my son. I pass it down.
Some stale cookies.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into this, man. This is fucking the longest episode ever. So the first two songs up for debate, Cheryl, are Type Away or Certifiable.
Type away or certifiable.
Now, you can ask one of the guys at the table what they think, or you can go out on your own and pick which one is the Sunday Jeff song.
Okay, do I hear the lyrics first?
No, you got. This is
So wait a second. So she has to guess just at the title?
just based off the title. Then she'll hear the lyrics, and then she could change. No, that's also this is to get a
Wait,
certain
what?
point plateau.
Okay, Cheryl. So basically, what you're looking at a 50-50 chance right now that you may guess the right one, and then
This is worth 1 point.
okay,
If you get this right and you pick the right verse, that's a 3-point answer. You got to try to get 12 points out of this.
if you can get 12 points, then you're
Keep
going
it
to win
score,
this.
get 'em?
Wow.
Slam.
Yeah, with
All
one of
right.
his fucking 97 pens that he.
So you can ask somebody at the table, or you could go out on your own, type away, and don't be looking on your phone now.
Yeah, you got to be honest about this, please.
Yeah,
Type
if you
away
hesitate, we're going to hang up on you.
or certifiable. Which one is the Sunday Jeff title?
I'm going to go with certifiable.
That's the Sunday Jeff one?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna hear now certifiable.
I'm shocked.
She didn't even ask anybody at the table.
I know you didn't even ask. Because
I'm sorry.
I feel like certifiable is like when an album goes certified gold or certified.
Right.
I would have thought that was
Or
the
Lil
artist.
Wayne's so crazy, he's like, I'm certifiable.
Yeah. All right.
That's
okay.
what you would have thought, Q. You
That's
said you
what I
went with
would've
certifiable. Brian, what would you have went with?
I would have went with I would have went with Sunday Jeff being Type A and Lil Wayne being certifiable for the reason like I'm so crazy, I'm certifiable.
Right. All right.
Gaten, what do
Is
you
it
think?
type away?
Are
or
you
t-
on the microphone?
Yeah, I'm on the
Okay.
microphone. Type away or type
Type away or Type A?
It's type away.
Oh, Type away.
Type away.
I feel like that's not something rappers talk about as typing.
What do you think, Gaten?
I think type away would be Lil Wayne and certifiable would be Sunday Jeff because like certificate of
Can you mark
authenticity.
down what everybody weighed in here just so we can see who really knows? And
Brutal.
So Gidim thinks it's certifiable as Jeff. Brian thinks type away is Jeff, and Q thinks certifiable is Jeff. And
Q thinks-
Megan,
Q thinks that certifiable is Lil Wayne as well.
and Megan thinks it's what do you think it is?
I said certifiable.
Certifiable.
It's
Okay.
Jeff.
Is Jeff. All right, here we go. Well, let's listen to certifiable, and then we'll listen to type away.
Here we go.
Ready, get him?
Yeah. Should be.
Senorita shaking that ass to the beat make me go El Loco. Baby, lift up that skirt, let me munch on that pink taco. Gets me stupid crazy and all I want to do is fucking fuck. About to pop, here comes my curly face. Nyah, nyah, nyah. Cause I be gaga for gams and cuckoo for hair clams.
So wait, so that's certifiable?
That was certifiable.
Okay, well. Is Lil Wayne known to make many Three Stooges references? Because Sunday Jeff is.
Q, you still going to stick with?
I'm still gonna stick with. I'm still gonna stick with Lil Wayne as the
certifiable?
Certifiable. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait, do we have to ask
We can. Well, no, she's got to hear it.
She's got to hear the
She's
other.
got to hear before she could change. She could change her answer.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But here, let's listen to Type Away.
Enough with the small talk. My girl's pussy is a water park. Every little thing I do turn her on. That's auto start. I kiss every single body part. Her body is a work of art. Don't run from this dick, girl. I don't like to chase. I wax that ass while she makes that Mr. Miyagi face.
Okay, that was Type Away.
What's a Mr. Miyagi face?
You never seen the Karate Kid?
Yeah, I have. But what's a Mr. Miyagi
Well, he puts
face?
that face on like when he's like
all zen and shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
she's got
All
her
right.
eyes closed tight because it's so good.
Okay. Wait, what?
Which song? After hearing both of them,
Which one was sung by Sunday
which one
Jeff?
was Sunday Jeff's? Do you want to change your answer from certifiable? What?
I'm going to stick with certifiable.
Q, you're going to stick with it?
I'm going to stick with certifiable.
Certifiable.
No, you were with Type Away.
I mean, I'm going to stick with Type Away.
Whatever the first one was, that was Sunday Jeff. Whatever the fuck that was.
So Bri is changing to certifiable.
Yes.
Yeah. And get them used to
I
check.
think I'm staying with certifiable.
All right.
Okay.
And Cheryl said certifiable.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's all.
So I'm alone.
You ready for the big
drum roll,
reveal?
man.
And the correct answer, the Sunday Jeff answer was certifiable.
Oof.
3-point answer, Cheryl.
So you got 3 points. You're
3 and then the one for the answering.
No, that's it. That's combined. She got both parts of the
Okay,
question
so both
right.
are together 3. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So Sunday Jeff sang certifiable.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was his rhyme. That was his.
Got
that
it.
was his beat.
that was his jam.
All right.
That was his. That was his. What else do you call them? Verses.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right. The next
Let me pick some
round.
more synonyms. This episode isn't long enough.
Round 2. Greatest of all time, or wowza?
Ooh, this is a tough one, Cheryl.
You can ask somebody at the table if you want.
What was the second one?
Wowza.
Greatest of all time or wowza?
All right, Brian, what do you think?
I think that rappers like to pat themselves on the back quite a bit. They're big into their ego. So I'm going to say greatest of all time is Lil Wayne. Sunday Jeff, his self-esteem is at rock bottom. So I'm going to go with wowza. And it just sounds like something that you might hear in a 70s show that maybe he was watching and he picked up.
Happy days.
So Sunday.
Yeah, happy days. Like wowza, wowza,
Okay,
wowza.
so Brian Johnson is weighing in that wowza is Sunday Jeff. BQ.
I'm going to say wowza as well.
BQ is saying that wowza is Sunday Jeff as well. Get him.
That's what I'm saying because it sounds like Happy Days.
All right.
What is?
And but most importantly, what does Megan think?
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Sure.
Cheryl, do you know what Megan thinks?
Megan is actually my daughter who's sitting right next to me. So.
Oh my God, she can't hear this, can she?
How old is she?
No, she can't hear this. She's 22.
Oh, okay. I still won't let her hear this.
Yeah, Sunday Jeff is very raw. She may not be ready for the rhymes he's dropping.
I'm going to go with the majority and say wowza is Sunday Jeff also.
Okay.
All right. Let's hear wowza first.
Lay on the bed. Open that twat. I'll French kiss that pussy. Sit on my face. Before I eat that pussy, I say my grace. Pussy monster in her closet, full of surprises. I give full body massages. I hope that pussy's warmer than Luke and sweet as Godiva. Suck this dick and swallow that nut and call it penis colada. Lift up that miniskirt. That's my dinner dessert.
Okay.
Oh, I hope he wrote that. I just hope he wrote that.
That was
It mentioned Luke, so
that was wowza, and now
I hope he wrote that.
here's greatest of all time, Cheryl.
It's finally down to just 2. Tommy B and you know who. About between Mr. Five Rings, burst the man with a magic ding-a-ling. Another record falls as you drop back to pass, while this legend's chin is buried deep in some hoe's ass. My dick in bronze is certain, saggy balls your image be hurtin'. I make bitches come so hard I need a rowboat. Now step back and recognize the real motherfucking goat.
Wow.
Oh,
The goat.
goat.
Wow.
Oh, so Cheryl, on your own now. Do you want to change your answer, or do you want to stay with? Is that phone dying?
No,
No, it's the fucking call waiting shit.
So what would you like to stick with your answer that Wowza is Sunday, Jeff, or would you like to change it to greatest of all time?
I'm going to stick with my answer because I really want that one to be Sunday, Jeff.
Okay, you guys want to? You guys,
I'm gonna stick with. I'm gonna let it ride.
Bri?
Um,
You know what the song was about, right?
It sounded like pussy and
Brady?
ass.
yeah.
5 rings.
Yeah,
Tommy B.
the second one, I thought was Sunday Jeff. Is that Wowza? Whatever the second one was, that was Sunday Jeff.
I think that was
Oh,
great.
so you're
that was
switching.
greatest of all time. You're
So you're
switching.
switching to goat.
I'm going to switch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get him? You switching?
I'm staying.
You staying?
Yeah.
The real answer was Sunday Jeff's song was greatest of all time.
Whoa.
He wrote about Tom Brady. Very, very relevant, I thought.
Yeah, he's got his finger on the pulse. Sunday Jeff. It's just, Lil Wayne, he's Lil Wayne's ghostwriter.
Wow.
Lil Wayne featuring Sunday Jeff.
So you get no points for that, Cheryl.
All right.
You lost. You're not going to
All
win.
right.
Oh, there's a way she can win now?
There's no way she can win now, I don't think.
What?
I don't think
She gets one wrong. Like, there's no possibility of winning? That's weird.
All right, well, we'll see what happens here on the last one.
I just can't wait.
I didn't think that anybody get it wrong.
I just can't wait to get this in the hands of Vicky Pezza so she can make another ref.
All right, the last round, round 3, is
This is the last round. Okay.
the last round. Hot Revolver or D's knee. D's knee.
D's knee.
Oh, like Disney?
I don't know. It says D's knee.
Probably 2 E's and a Z.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? Who would you like to ask anybody at the table, Cheryl?
Yeah, I'll ask you.
Me?
Even though I got 100% of them right. Oh, you're on a practical joke. It's not comic
You,
book.
you didn't get
You
it right.
switched. You switched.
You went with Wowza.
Yeah,
And then
wasn't
you
I
switched
right?
to
No,
goat.
you were wrong.
Then you switched to goat.
No, but
after
he
it was-
switched to the right
You
one.
switched to the right one.
Switched to the
So
right.
in the end, he's right.
So in the end, I'm right.
Yeah, but not 100% right.
Okay, done. This is why I'm punching holes in fucking people's windows.
BQ, she needs some help.
I think that Disney is Sunday Jeff's way of saying Disney.
And Hot Revolver is the Lil Wayne song.
Yeah.
All
Because
right.
they like guns, rappers.
Yeah.
They like to talk
So
about
does
the guns.
Jeff.
Does he?
Yeah. He buys gun magazines. He doesn't have
Oh, I
his
thought
own,
you meant like dudes' guns and shit.
He collects.
Does he have a gun license?
No.
But so he just likes guns from.
He just
afar.
collects the magazines.
Huh. He's like, this is the last thing on earth I don't collect. I may as well just get it.
I had the complete full run of Soldier of Fortune.
What do you think, Cheryl?
I think Q's logic is on point because I do know that he loves Disney. But now you just threw in a monkey wrench by saying he reads gun magazines.
Well, this is why it's up to you.
Keeping in mind, even if you get it right 100%, you still won't win.
You know what? If you get it right, I'm gonna wave it, and you're gonna win. If you get
You're
it
going to
right.
bend the rules in the middle of a game?
Yeah, I'm gonna
my
wave.
Never
God.
happened before.
Yeah.
So-
it's a historical event.
This is important.
All right, I'm going to...
Need an answer.
We've been going for
I'm
2
gonna
hours.
go- I'm going to go with the gun.
The gun song.
Oh, he's going with gun.
So
Okay.
Sunday Jeff is Hot Revolver.
What do you think, Bri?
I think Sunday Jeff is Disney or whatever.
Disney.
Disney, yeah.
Get him?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that too.
Okay. Well, let's hear Hot Revolver.
Let's hear it. A lot of people have been waiting for this.
My homies say she's cuter than my other bitches, and every time I'm in that pussy, it feels custom fitted. I swear I like her more than she think I do, girl, when I think of you. My dick just starts jumping like a fucking kangaroo. I suck and fucking finger you. But you want me to cling to you? And I ain't asking you to change, 'cause I know I can't jingle you. I got my ways. And you have your days. And we gave it our best shot, but I just got crazed.
Wow.
Q, you would be an authority on this. Is there room in the Wu-Tang for one more guy?
Yeah, there is. There always is.
He reads the passages so like
So stilted, like there's no meter or rhyme or like he's just.
Well,
It's like it's the first time he's reading. He's taking English as a second language.
I'm guessing he's not getting the meter. That he's not getting sent the. He's just getting sent the lyrics, not the a YouTube version of it, right?
I just sent him the lyrics.
Yeah, see, that's where I would think it would be.
Oh my God! Oh, Stacy, get your hand out of your pants!
I know.
This is outrageous behavior.
Yeah.
It's common though.
Yeah, well,
It's common.
yeah.
Cheryl has it. Cheryl, I'm sure you have your hand in your pants right now too, right?
With her daughter in this city. Sure.
There's a circle jerk going on in the Surf Taco right now.
Go to your room. Sunday, Jeff is talking about clams and guns.
All right, let's hear Disney. And who wants to everybody's under the impression it's about Disney,
Except for Cheryl.
No, but you guys all think this song's that the verse is going to be
Well,
about
the way
Disney?
it's said.
Well, once you mispronounce it 3 times, I'm like, I guess. I don't know. I made all just. I don't know.
All right, let's hear it.
Bend over on all fours in a style I call Pluto. So nasty. Stuffing those 2 gerbils Chippendale up that ass, yo. Committing bestiality with that simple fuck goofy. Maybe hooked on that glass pipe, so no need to roofie. Sexy rodent can't come without a little pain. Such a freak she called in Huey, Dewey, and Louie to pull a train. The mouse be watching it all from a closet holding his dick, yo. This club now reserved for only perverts and sickos.
Now,
Want to hear it again?
of
No
course I do.
need to roofie. He's prepared to.
Yeah.
Because she's on the pipe.
This is his experience has thus far dictated. Like, look, I'm going to need to roofie this girl. Thankfully, she's on credit.
No, it's not. Wait, it's not a girl.
It's Minnie Mouse.
It's Minnie Mouse.
Right.
Oh, it's Minnie Mouse. Okay,
it's
so
Minnie
it's an
Mouse.
animal.
Let's
Okay.
hear it again.
Okay.
Bend over on all fours in a style I call Pluto. So nasty. Stuffing those 2 gerbils Chippendale up that ass, yo. Committing bestiality with that simple fuck goofy. Minnie hooked on that glass pipe, so no need to roofie. Sexy
Ominous
rodent
line.
can't come without a little pain. Such a freak she called in Huey, Dewey, and Louie to pull a train. The
Children.
mouse be watching it all from a closet holding his dick, yo. This club now reserved for only perverts and sickos.
I'm surprised you guys were able to tell it was Disney so quick, but I got to give it up to Sonny Jeff. I thought you saw the horror in the glass pipeline. I saw the horror in that Mickey was watching it all from a closet jerking off.
Really? So you don't see the horror in what are
Two
supposed to
gerbils being
be,
sucked up someone's ass?
or what are supposed to be 3 children, the ducks, like pulling a train
Well, children.
from every angle. It's fucked up.
What'd you say? Get them?
Shoving the Chippendale up someone's ass.
Well, they're gerbils. They're little chipmunks.
But they'll smother. I know what that feels like.
Turn your head to the side.
God.
I thought this was the darkest, but yet the most honest of his raps.
Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're giving it away.
He's
Show.
keeping it real. Well, here's the other thing. Like the first one, it seems like he doesn't understand English the way he reads it. The second one had an
Animated.
very nice flow to it. Yeah.
Because it was his. He created it. It was his baby. I told him, this is. I would like to hear this made into a real rap.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Disney would allow it.
You
but,
would listen to rap. Yeah. Well, isn't it parody?
Sure, you can say that.
Ooh, I don't know.
It's parody. They could do porn movie parodies of things.
But
under the same thing.
they have not done a Disney porn parody, I don't believe.
Can't
because
maybe one of the most-
so terrifying.
Well, they did all
of
the
Disney's.
Avengers ones, and they're owned by Disney now.
Yeah, you're right.
If they can do that, can't one of the most obscure rappers on earth rap about characters in sexual situations?
Oh man! Oh my God!
Okay, Cheryl, what's your
Why
vote?
can't he?
Yeah.
Well, so wait a minute.
Like he gets hit with an injunction.
Cease and desist.
Oh, they send it to his job.
He gets served.
By a guy in a Mickey outfit.
He's not allowed to rap ever again.
Yeah. Jeff, what's this about?
I'm
not allowed to
It was
rhyme.
my dirty rap. My dirty rhymes about Disney characters.
May have went too far when I raped Minnie.
No, they didn't need to do it. He didn't need to
rape
put the
her.
roofie in.
Dude,
She's a drug addict. She can't
give informed
She
consent.
can't give informed consent.
you
No, but
understand?
then she says later she's so into pain. She's into it. She's all right. It's all right.
All right, that's fine. No problem. You know what, Walt? I'm okay with it. This is the new me. No problem.
It all goes back to her childhood scars.
And Deliverance.
So
after hearing all that,
what's your? Do you want to change your answer?
Yes, I believe I'll change my answer.
Good choice.
I was kind of hoping you were so dopey that you didn't, so we could tee off on you.
All right, let's do the drum roll for the reveal.
all right.
Sunday Jeff verse was D's knee. Which I thought was also too a nice little like nod. He called it KNEE because that's what rappers like to talk about.
Yeah, women
didn't tell us
on female mice on their knees.
Yeah.
On these knees.
It's like 85% of all raps have something to do with that. At least a brief mention.
All right, so you're going to win. Can you email your address to KMEWES2, KMEWES2 @gmail?
Subject line D's knee.
No. Subject line, so don't go to my junk mail, TESD contest winner.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Cheryl. Now you can go and brag to your daughter.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow. What a sport she is.
What a sport Jeff
That's
is.
Cheryl.
Yeah, Jeff continues to kill.
Well, I mean, this time around, it's like, you should make, what the fuck? What is that? I keep hearing something on these headphones. Maybe not so many references to shit he likes, would throw people off a little more.
Yeah.
But still very good.
Still perfect, though. I would have
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
She still got one wrong anyway.
sexy rodent can't come without a little pain. I thought was...
I mean, yeah.
Ain't that all of us, though? That could be any one of us.
Dude, that shit's church. It's truth.
Tell him, Steve Dave.
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.